It is the last race of a grueling triple header that has really tested the limits of the teams and the drivers as well. We come into the Italian Grand Prix with the Tifosi ready to return to Monza after a year away. Ferrari looking a little bit like their old selves, but still not up there. McLaren still as well, battling with them for the third in the Constructors' Championship, but it's all eyes up front between Red Bull and Mercedes as Red Bull enter what they call damage limitation for the next few races. 3 points between Verstappen and Hamilton in the title. The King of the Netherlands, Max Verstappen, is riding high after a home win. Welcome to Monza. It's the last race in a grueling triple header. The Italian Grand Prix at Monza and the Tifosi are out in force. It's round 14 of the season then. After this, it's a 2-week break before the Russian Grand Prix. A further 2-week break just to give the teams an extra little rest before we go over to Turkey. Another 2-week break, and then it's the United States Grand Prix. A week off, and then Mexico, Brazil, and rumoured to be Qatar will form the final triple header. Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi round out the season in early to mid-December. In terms of the championship, it now swings the way of Max Verstappen, 224.5 points to Lewis Hamilton on 221.5 points. 3 points, still the gap, but it's swung the other way. Bottas is ahead of Lando Norris there as well. Sergio Perez battling with Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz as well. Gasly, Ricciardo and Alonso sort of in a middle field battle to complete the top 10. Further down on the board, Esteban Ocon has 44 points, Sebastian Vettel 35, Yuki Tsunoda and Lance Stroll still on 18, George Russell on 13, Latifi 7, Raikkonen 2, Giovinazzi 1, and no points on the board for Mick Schumacher, Nikita Mazepin or Robert Kubica. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes leads the way now, 344 points, 0.5 to Red Bull's 332.5. A 12-point swing in the title. It could mean life or death for this Constructors' Championship battle. Ferrari have taken a big swing now, 11.5 points ahead of McLaren, had a miserable run last time out. Alpine are now still just 6 points ahead of AlphaTauri. Aston Martin are all on their own in 7th place. Williams have taken a big swing to confirm nearly 8th in the championship, depending how the rest of the season goes. Alfa Romeo still only on 3 points, and Haas no points on the board at all for the poor American team. It's the 2021 Italian Grand Prix at Monza, and this is your Grand Prix preview. Hello everybody, welcome to the Italian Grand Prix as well. Now this is officially sort of the last European race on the calendar as well. After this, of course, we head over to Russia, then Turkey, USA, Mexico, Brazil, rumourably it's going to be Qatar, Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi as well. But this is always traditionally the last official one in Central Europe as well. And it looks to be another classic as well, because it has been raft with silly season changes. And I mean that from everywhere on the grid. Let's start, of course, with the worst kept secret in Formula One. The first part of it was the fact that Valtteri Bottas announced he would be leaving Mercedes for 2022 and signing a deal with Alfa Romeo as well. At Mercedes, George Russell has now been confirmed as taking his seat. He'll partner Lewis Hamilton for multiple seasons as well. And over at Williams, it's a return to Formula One for Alexander Albon alongside Nicholas Latifi. So that was the move around from that. AlphaTauri have also announced for next season that they're going to keep the same lineup. Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda will be their drivers, which means the only seat left in Formula One at the moment is the second Alfa Romeo seat, which is currently under anticipation of being taken by Antonio Giovinazzi, Nico Hülkenberg, Guan Yu Zhou. Even Mick Schumacher is involved in the mix. Add in as well Callum Ilott. It really is completely all over the place, and with the Alpha seat the only one remaining, in Formula 1 at the moment. We will give our maximum attention to it over the course of the weekend. And speaking of the weekend, let's kick off with the Thursday news as well, as per usual. First off, Kimi Räikkönen is still missing this Grand Prix after suffering COVID last time out at the Dutch Grand Prix. So Robert Kubica will get 2 races in a row at the Alfa Romeo team. So hopefully this weekend he can arguably, as he said himself, perform even better than he did last weekend when he finished 15th as well in a remarkable performance. Callum Ilott was supposed to be the driver this weekend, but he's off in IndyCar racing as well. And a reminder about the IndyCar that we will be simulcasting on the Grid Network this weekend as well for the Grand Prix of Portland, so you can watch live watch-along coverage both here on YouTube and on the Grid Network as well, on the YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, TV channels, radio stations, everything. You can keep a listen to us as well on Sunday evening. We've even got pit reporters down on the ground. I can't wait for that as well, with Joe Samaniego down in Portland for us as well. Carrying on with this weekend, Charles Leclerc say that Ferrari should be going well here. However, it is still a circuit that they can struggle at. They haven't had the best couple of years, especially in the second car. Sebastian Vettel in 2019 spinning and retiring both cars last year. Vettel out early on with brake failure, and then Leclerc hitting the wall as well, causing the red flag procedure to be deployed as well. So there's a lot of going ons as well on the circuit. A lot of everybody thinking what is going to happen next at Ferrari, but the Tifosi are back after a year away due to COVID, and they are going to celebrate the team like no other. Moving on to this weekend as well, the fight between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen is always close as well. 3 points between them as well, and they'll be looking to level that out as we go into the F1 sprint as well, the second sprint race to determine qualifying. So the entire weekend looks different. Friday's got FP1 and qualifying, Saturday's got FP2 and the sprint qualifying race, and Sunday's got the main race itself as well. So it gives action to all the days as well as we try it of 2 of 3 races as well. Let's hope Formula 1 isn't biased to the results and say it was a success, because Silverstone, I don't see it as a success at all. But still, it's going to be great to see what it can be done at a new venue as well. Arguably, Monza should give us more overtaking than it did at Silverstone, so I'm very look forward to giving F1 Sprint another try. It's only at 3 races, but it does muck everything up, doesn't it, as well. So the F1 Sprint, that'll be on Saturday for a half-hour sprint race as well, looking to be great. And if you miss it on Saturday, you can watch it again with us on Sunday in our build-up program as well. A lot of anticipation coming into this weekend as well to see who's going to do well. Red Bull say it's going to be damage limitation for them because this circuit in Russia doesn't look like it's going to perform that well for them. Arguably, Verstappen hasn't had great results here. He retired last year here at the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, so he's really got to go look well here as well. And in terms of Russia, in 2 weeks' time as well, Mercedes have an unbeaten record there, about 114 years, something like that. They've won every single Grand Prix they've ever run. And Russia as well. So Mercedes looking good. Maybe Valtteri Bottas can score a last win for the team like he did last year at Russia. Right, that's all the news that has broke so far here today. Anything else we'll deliver to you tomorrow in practice 1. But let's take a look around Monza now with Lap Attack. Let's take a look around Monza, a 3.599 mile circuit, 11 corners. Been on the calendar now ever since the beginning, only missed 1 race, and it's celebrating its 100th year. Starting at the exit of the Parabolica, it's an important step to get a good exit and carry the speed all the way down as you start the lap, down towards turn 1, the Rettifilio from 8th gear at 350 kilometers an hour, brake down all the way to 2nd gear at 90 kilometers an hour. Tight exit as well as you approach the Cur de Grande as well. Rise up again at the exit of turn 3. You're doing 7th gear, 295. Before you come into the Dalla Roggia chicane, you brake from 8th gear, 330 kilometers an hour, down into 3rd gear at 130 kilometers an hour. Rising up to the 2 Lesmos then, the Curva di Lesmo 1, 5th gear, 200 kilometers an hour. The 2nd Lesmo slightly banked on the way in as well, 6th gear, 270. rising now down the straight with the DRS open as well. You reach maximum once again, all the way 8th gear, 305 kilometers an hour as you approach the braking zone. Once again into the Ascari chicane, down into 5th gear, 240 at the exit. Down the back straightaway now towards the Parabolica. You have no DRS, you're relying completely on ERS as you come down. Once again, 8th gear, 340 miles an hour, down, brake, 6th gear, 270 kilometers. Ride the exit as well of the Parabolica. Don't go over the white line or your lap time will be deleted. And that is a blast around the Temple of Speed. Okay, let's give you the coverage details for this weekend's Italian Grand Prix. Friday, Saturday, Sunday has completely changed, so get ready to note down the changes. Friday, then, we get underway at 1:20 p.m. British Summer Time for Practice 1. Qualifying underway from 4:40 with the session at 5 o'clock. Saturday, we have a 10:50 start for the second practice session. An F1 sprint as well. The second of the sprint races gets underway. We're on air at 3:20, lights out at 1:30. And then the race usual time will be 2 o'clock on Sunday. Reminder this weekend, as I said, we've also got the MotoGP at Aragon. Our coverage of that will be beginning at 12:45 on the Sunday. Lights out at 1 as well. And we will be simulcasting the Portland Grand Prix for the NTT Data IndyCar Series as well. We'll be live here on YouTube via both this YouTube channel and the Grid Network as well. A whole host of guests joining me in the commentary box as well. For that starts at 8 p.m. British Summer Time as well. Half-hour build-up before the green flag falls, and then we're into the race coverage as well, and complete wraparound coverage is available throughout the weekend on the Grid Network as well. So subscribe. The link is in the description as well as we get ready for this weekend. It's a crazy one. The F1 sprint always shakes up the weekend. Tomorrow, practice 1 and qualifying. Saturday, practice 2 and the F1 sprint. And Sunday for the main race as well. Join us throughout the weekend because the race on Sunday is definitely going to be a classic. Bye for now.